Taurus, Gemini. Welcome in, beautiful souls. July is not a quiet month for you. Something you've outgrown is ending. Something exciting is beginning. And by the end of this month, you may hardly even recognize the version of yourself you're becoming. Hello, my beautiful Taurus, Gemini CUSP souls. Welcome back into the Mystical Soul Tribe. Thank you for those that have liked the videos, that leave comments, and that are subscribers here. Go ahead and grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into the energies surrounding July 2026, because this month feels incredible, pivotal. What the hell's wrong with my speech today? Throat chakra speech could be really significant for some of you out there. But yeah, there is movement for you. There's going to be healing. There are decisions, and definitely there's blessings trying to find their way to you. July feels like standing between two chapters of your life. Part of you wants certainty, a part of you is craving expansion, adventure, freedom, and a completely different future. And what Spirit's like whispering here is you cannot step into your next chapter while carrying every old version of yourself. For many of my Taurus, Gemini, CUSP souls, June may help you expose what wasn't working anymore. July is where you begin rebuilding. Right away, like Mars is activating Gemini energy throughout the month, creating a restlessness, motivation, confidence, and a strong desire to take action. Some of you may suddenly feel inspired maybe to change jobs. Oh wow, what the hell am I doing? Yeah, so some of you may be inspired to take jobs, change jobs. I don't know why I said take jobs or take extra jobs. Launch something new, maybe study something different. Maybe some of you might be traveling. Maybe some of you might be moving, improving your health, finally having conversations you've been avoiding. Mars conjunct Uranus also on the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July for those of you that did celebrate. You would have received this after, I'm sure, the 4th of July. Maybe during that time period. Definitely expect unexpected opportunities, unexpected messages, unexpected shifts, unexpected realizations. Some of you may feel like life is moving quickly. I did post the weekly video that had a little bit of the energies surrounding the first week of July, the 29th to the 5th of July. Maybe you'll get this by then. Before the 5th of July, 4th, 5th July, we'll see. I've been a bit delayed with the monthly messages this month. Yeah, but definitely some of you may feel like this month life is going to be moving very quickly. I'm hearing trusted. The universe is trying to get you unstuck. But it may also feel uncomfortable because growth really asks for permission, all right? Now, we are going to be diving into having another retrograde. Besides the Mercury retrograde, we have Neptune that's going retrograde. That's beginning the 7th of July. We'll dive also more into that, into the weekly, see what energies are there. But let's have a look at the month overall. This is definitely where the fog starts lifting, right? People may perhaps start revealing who they are. Situations will become clear. Dreams that once seemed impossible will suddenly begin feeling achievable. But illusions also dissolve, right? My Taurus, Gemini, CUSPers, some of you may realize you've been holding on to people or expectations or stories that just no longer match who you're becoming. Around the 9th of July, we do have Venus going into Virgo. Regarding love becomes more intentional, more practical, more discerning. You will likely crave a depth over surface level connections. In relationships, you will want more consistency during this time. For those of you that are single, you may become much more selective about who receives your energy. I'm hearing here Spirit saying, stop chasing potential and start honoring reality. Interesting. Financially as well, this is actually quite powerful energy because many of you are becoming much more intentional with spending, saving, long-term planning. Now, we are arriving at one of those big moments. The biggest moment of the month is when we have the Cancer new moon around the 14th, which feels deeply personal. It's asking what truly makes you feel safe. What does home mean to you now? Who are you becoming? For some of you, this is going to be about healing family wounds. For others, this is creating a new foundation emotionally, spiritually, or even financially. Some of you may even start maybe planting seeds that are connected to new income streams, moving, buying property, healing family dynamics, opening your heart again, prioritizing self-worth, changing jobs, I'm hearing. Like mid-month feels also very, especially transformative, because we have that Uranus that continues reshaping your Gemini side. You are changing mentally, changing emotionally, changing spiritually. You really are becoming someone who trusts themselves more. So towards end of July, when Mercury in Cancer, why do I keep knocking the camera? Wow. Maybe there's going to be some tower moments also. All right, twice I knocked the camera in your reading. Yeah, so most of the month we've had Mercury that's been in retrograde, right? And it will go direct around the 23rd. So conversations will begin to flow again. Whatever delays there have been will be lifted. Any plans that felt stuck will start moving. And anyway, even during the month with Mercury that's in retrograde, don't let it hold you back. Just double check things, If you have felt any uncertainty during the retrograde or felt foggy, clarity will begin to return regarding the mind. We also will then close this month off with Aquarius full moon on around the 29th. And that energy of the Aquarius full moon, it feels liberating. Like this full moon might just be asking you questions. What have you finally outgrown? Because my Taurus Gemini cusp is, you're not the same person you were 6 months ago, right? You've learned boundaries, you've learned patience, you've learned resilience, and perhaps most importantly, you've learned that protecting your peace isn't selfish. It's necessary. For love, July feels like emotional maturity. For work and finances, I keep knocking the camera. I suppose I need to stop using my hands so much. Work and finances this month asks you to trust your skills and just keep showing up. There is definitely, that with healing comes definitely through honesty. Home and family themes may feel very significant as well with the Cancer energy. Some relationships may deepen, others naturally will drift apart. But everything seems to be leading towards a greater alignment. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to dive further into your spread, have a look and see further what Spirit wants you to know throughout the month with regarding to the cards, like your current self, the theme, your goals, what to avoid, what to embrace. Let's dive in. Looking at your current energy, moving into the month of July, we have the Queen of Swords, whether you're male or female. This is the energy. It actually feels incredibly aligned with your energy as July begins. After months of emotional shifts, uncertainty, inner questioning, you're stepping into a month with a clearer perspective. You're beginning to understand what deserves your energy and what no longer belongs in your story. Now, with Mercury that's still in retrograde in Cancer for much of the month, right? Conversations may feel slower, plans maybe need revisiting, old situations could resurface for closure. But the Queen of Swords does remind you that clarity isn't coldness, it's wisdom, and that many of you are learning how to speak your truth without guilt. Some of you that with regarding in love, you're becoming more selective. In work, you're thinking more long term. Financially, you asking yourself whether your efforts truly align with your values. Even at home with family dynamics, you're no longer willing to carry any sort of emotional responsibilities that were just never yours to begin with. This card is basically saying, I've learned enough through pain and now I choose peace, honesty, and discernment. So looking at the theme of the month, again, beautiful souls, thank you for hitting the like button, leaving comments, being subscribers here. I truly, truly appreciate it. Your theme of the month, so for my Taurus Gemini cuspers, if you had a headline, the headline would be returning to what truly matters. Because the Hierophant speaks about traditions, commitments, spiritual wisdom, mentorship, building stronger foundations. Like this energy is really amplified by that new moon that we'll be having around the 14th, encouraging you to create that emotional safety, stronger roots, deeper connections. Some of you may commit to healthier routines. Others of you may deepen a spiritual practice. Some of you may even redefine your relationships. For others, some of you also, this could involve choosing stability over temporary excitement. Even with Saturn that is also preparing to go retrograde later in the month, spirits like asking what structure in your life are supporting your growth. What structures are supporting your growth? In your life that are supporting your growth, and like what structures are keeping you small. This month isn't about rushing, it's about creating a life that still feels good 6 months from now. So what is your key goal that Spirit is coming through is the 8 of Wheels, and your greatest progress this month is going to come through that consistency, because the 8 of Wheels, the Pentacles, is the dedication, the craftsmanship, refining the skills, showing up for yourself constantly. Mars that is moving through Gemini really activates your CUSP energy, bringing motivation, ideas, and mental stimulation. This is actually very beautiful energy for learning something new this month, improving your finances, growing a business, building healthier habits, investing in yourself, returning to some sort of passion project. So what Spirit is saying here is small efforts become powerful results. I'm also hearing don't underestimate what daily discipline can create. This is not that instant manifestation energy. This is that sustainable abundance energy. So let's dive further and have a look at what is the obstacle for the month for you. We have the 10 of Swords here. Some of you are still grieving some sort of ending. Maybe it could be an ending of a relationship, an ending of an identity, an ending of expectation, some sort of ending, all right? And the ending, it could even be an ending of who you thought someone would become, all right? And the Mercury retrograde throughout much of July may bring up old memories back to the surface. Maybe some of you might just be revisiting conversations, past wounds, missed opportunities, old disappointments. But what Spirit is saying is you're not meant to relive this chapter. You are meant to finally release it. And the 10 of Swords often arrives when healing becomes more important than the understanding that not everything needs another explanation. Sometimes closure is basically like choosing yourself. I mean, 10 is a completion, right? All right, and your major accomplishment, I love this for you, the 9 of Cups. This is really beautiful energy for you in the month of July, because this tells me that you will end July feeling emotionally fulfilled in ways that you couldn't even imagine earlier in the year. The blessings may not look exactly as expected. They will feel aligned. For some of you, this is going to be improved finances. For others, this is going to be relationships becoming healthier. This could be a creative breakthrough, a sense of inner peace, maybe a home environment will feel lighter. But whatever this is, I'm also hearing something about healing is just going to become more, becoming visible. And with Jupiter, that's really making those powerful aspects throughout July. That's in Leo, right, is opportunities of expansion, joy, confidence, and personal satisfaction are definitely all available. Spirit is like saying, allow yourself to celebrate the progress. And you don't always have to be chasing the next mountain, right? Sometimes healing looks like finally just enjoying the view. All right, so let's dive further and have a look at what to avoid in the month of July. Interesting, we got the Hangman. Maybe you should need to avoid a Pisces. I'm just joking. I'm hearing this is about avoiding putting your entire life on hold, waiting for some sort of certainty. Avoid postponing your happiness. Avoid assuming that because avoid assuming that because everything isn't perfect and clear, nothing can move forward. Mercury retrograde can create those temporary delays. The Saturn that's going retrograde asks for reflection. Neptune retrograde, that's also happening, may reveal some truths that were hidden. But none of those energies are really asking you to stop living. They're simply asking you just to pause, all right, long enough to realign, observe, adjust, recollaborate, but don't remain stuck during this time period. What to embrace? We have the Chariot. This Chariot is beautiful confirmation, powerful confirmation of movement, momentum that's returning, confidence is returning, direction is returning. So definitely embrace the movement, things moving forward, that you are learning to steer your own life instead of allowing these circumstances to decide for you. Even like, Gemini and Cancer supports movement. We have also this is a Cancer card. We have the moon in Cancer, communication, travel, networking, bold conversations, fresh ideas. Like what Spirit is saying here is trust yourself enough to take the next step, right? You don't need to know every detail before moving forward, right? Progress is what's creating through action. Progress is created through action, right? And not the perfection. So where will you find support? We have the Page of Wands. A fire sign could be significant as well, a younger fire sign. But if it's not, support arrives definitely through inspiration. So maybe it might be new people, because this could be new people. It could be soul connections, communities, mentors, friends, learning environments, creative spaces. And yes, definitely I'm hearing some of you, it'll be your soul tribe. The Page of Wands reminds you that the encouragement often arrives through the unexpected conversations. This could be a message, a course, a video, a book, someone sharing their story. I'm hearing allow yourself to stay curious in the month of July, stay open. The right opportunities often appear when we stop trying to control how they arrive. Now let's have a look at the advice. Very interesting. We've got the Five of Cups here. And Spirit is coming through gently saying, don't allow what didn't work out to blind you by what still remains. There may be still sadness, regret, disappointment, grief, but there's also love, support, healing, and possibility. I'm also hearing the word grateful, all right? Being grateful for what you do have, all right? The cups that are standing, that one cup is still standing. Be grateful for it. Gratitude is a positive energy, all right? Moving you away from the negativity of the disappointment. The new moon might just be asking you to nurture yourself. And I'm also hearing that the Aquarius full moon at the end of July will just be inviting you to release the old emotional baggages, to make space for something new. Your guides are actually coming through to saying, honor your feelings, but don't build a home inside your sorrow. You still have so much more waiting for you. And then for your final card, we have this beautiful card here from the Mystical Forest Oracle. And it says, soul's patience. Don't rush the outcome. Everything unfolds in time, in the time zone of your soul. Trust the process. You're already on your way. You're already on your way. And honestly, my Taurus, Gemini, CUSP, this feels like the entire message of July, just this card. Not everything is happening as quickly, maybe as you hoped. Not everything is happening in divine order. Everything, even like the pauses that you've been having, if it's not even this month, previous months, right? Things didn't happen the way you hoped, or things didn't happen in the divine order. But the pauses and the delays, they all have purpose, right? I'm hearing even the delays, they are protecting something. Even some of the detours that you've been having, they were teaching you who you're becoming. I'm hearing you're not behind, you are simply unfolding. And your soul already knows exactly where it's leading you. My beautiful Taurus and Gemini Cuspers, again, thank you for hitting the like button. July is not asking you to have all the answers. It's just asking you to trust yourself enough to keep moving. Release what has ended. Protect your peace. Stay committed to your goals. Allow yourself to receive joy. And remember, the version of you that you've been working towards all year long is finally beginning to emerge. And if this message resonated or helped you in any sort of way, perhaps you can also affirm in the comments, I trust my timing. Thank you for liking, subscribing, leaving comments, sharing this with another Cusper soul. Until next time, my beautiful Wool souls, my Taurus and Gemini Cuspers, keep walking your path with courage, curiosity, and an open heart. And I'll check you around in the next one.